Hey, Dean, when are you going to introduce me? It's very warm in this closet.
All right, I'll introduce you.
I forgot the jokes already.
All right. All right. That fella in the closet is an old friend of mine. He's known as a comedian's comedian, and he's a real nice guy. Gene Baylos. And what do you got there?
I got a blue gabardine for you.
No, I don't want a suit now.
You don't want a suit?
No.
You know, I was in that closet. I was a young boy when I came here.
You were?
I shaved twice.
You did?
And I'm glad. Have I got time to do more?
Yes, yeah.
And I always hear you do Italian numbers. Would you like to hear an Israeli number?
Oh, no, you're on it. Yeah, you got an Israeli number?
Yeah, Jerusalem 68947.
Good. What's number?
And I want to thank you for the dentist you got me in Beverly Hills. You got a great dentist.
Yeah.
Great. Right before the show, I chipped a tooth, you know? And he capped the tooth, and I told him I was doing the Dean Martin show. He didn't believe it. So I told him if he could cap it, I'll gladly pay him. Well, I told him I was going to do a show. He would never believe this, Dean. I told him this myself. I swear. If I'm lying, I hope to get paralyzed right on this stage. And I was standing, and they give me a lovely dressing room here.
Yeah?
All made of tile. Who needs 4 sinks? But it's nice here. In the NBC, they sent a car for me. It's a good thing I got out of the way. It's a good thing I got out of the way. This is on, huh?
Sure it is. Hey, that ring. What's with that ring?
Oh,
It's
I got
beautiful
this.
thing.
I thought you'd never ask. I got this ring. I was working in Chicago, and I met a tough guy at the bar. You know, one of these guys? Standing at the bar. He walked over. He says, "Hey, kid, you want to buy a ring?" I said, "Yeah, where is it?" He says, "Don't look now. It's on the guy's finger next to you." I washed off the blood, and this is it.
That's it. That's the
I'm crazy about this.
What is that?
Ingrown hair.
Nice watch.
It's
too.
a beautiful watch. I got this for my birthday. You remember you gave it to me for my
That's
birthday?
why I said.
Well, that's what I said.
That's where I heard it.
You're tired. I got this here. Stand up straight. Here's what I could do. Shorten the sleeves a half inch if you want. I got this here watch. You gave it to me for my birthday. You gave it to me. And it's a beautiful watch. No matter what time it's all over the while. It's 5 o'clock on this watch. It's 5 o'clock on this watch. Folks, those are the jokes. Over here, I'm doing comedy. Over here, I'm doing tragedy. You know what? It was great. If I could say a word, when I got here, I got your message when I called at the hotel where I'm staying in New York. You know, I have a summer home. I would say I got a small room. I put the key in the keyhole, broke the window.
Yeah?
You know what kills me? We're going to have one more look at the body, then we're going to close the lid.
Why are you shouting?
Because there's a friend of mine outside. He can't afford to come in. Can you hear me, Irving? You know what gets me? You ever get these guys stare at you like this in the street? That's when I drove into the car. I drove up with my car, and this guy was staring like this, and I drove right in from New York. I made it in 4.5 days. I just drove right through, didn't stop a wink, went right through the white line, and these are terrible pains I'm getting. I'm not a well boy.
Do you intend staying here?
Well, I'm doing summer stock. I may go over your house and have a regular dinner. Last time I was there, you charged $1.85. And I want to say your wife was cheap, but she heated up the knife that the butter should slide off. And I was over Frank's house. He gets dinner for $1.40.
Frank who?
Frank Shapiro. Who do you think I was talking about? Sinatra? I don't need him. I'm not like the other comedians.
No, you're shouting at me.
You look like a guy that sold me a flint. Dane, listen, I'm not like the other comedians. Yeah? I just took this job just to get out of the house. I don't need this. I don't need it. My girl's father's very wealthy. He's a gypsy tycoon. He has a store of empty stores throughout the country, and I don't need it. Because personally, I could have been on the show, the first show originally. It was a difference of $4.
That was all?
That was all, because I don't need this. I have enough money saved in the bank for a rainy day, a drizzle. All I need is 3 days of steady rain, I'm a bum again.
Well,
I am not like, I have another minute and a half. I got to get back in the truck. I am not like a lot of comedians, you know. I don't let failure go to my head. I don't live in these big hotels. I live right down the street. I got a furnished room here with gas. And I think tonight after this show, I'm married 11 years this Friday. 11 years.
Yes.
Who does your nails, a gardener? I'm married 11 years. This Friday, I got a boy 8 years old, and my greatest happiness when I come home, he says to me, "Dowie, Dowie." Is this kid clever?
Yeah.
I'm not keeping you up, am I?
No.
I got a brother 45 years old. He says, "Da-da." And I'm not, and I tell you the truth, I I say one thing. When walking off a stage, always leave with the great words of a great man who said many... Seymour Weiss. You don't know this guy.
No.
He's my butcher. He said many years ago, listen to this, a friend in need is a pest. Remember these words of wisdom. Do unto others and do him fast. And if you're ever blue and you're down in the dumps, pick me up a fender for a Ford. The words of Abraham Lincoln, who said to his wife on his dying deathbed, you and your Dorothy at the parties. And those that are watching the show, and if you're drinking, drive carefully, because I'm walking.
Listen, I want to tell you about something.
What do you want to show me?
No,
I want to show you something in slacks. I got something out of town.
No, it's
what,
all right.
What difference does it make? I got another half a minute. Give me my money. I'll tell you what you do. I know this is your own show. You got a lot of kids. There's a buck for yourself. And whatever, give me back a few dollars a week. I'll meet you later. You did a great job. I'll see you during the week. Give me a call. There you are. Gene Baylos. Thank you, pal.